Guys, get in here, because I told you guys, Jay-Z was not gonna play around with this girl who accused him. And I told you guys that based on the details that was provided in that VMA Bandit lawsuit, you could see the huge disconnect. Also, I told you guys that Jay-Z has already figured out who the individual is, because he was pulling for her friend, her so-called friend that drove her to that VMA's after party. According to her in that lawsuit, she said the friend had passed, and I said that Jay-Z was moving to get the friend driver's license information from the DMV. However, it seems as though they knew that Jay-Z was going to make that move, and Tony Buzbee had to drop the lawsuit for various reasons, because he had filed a lawsuit in a courtroom that he was not barred to practice, and due to numerous inconsistencies as well, he really did not have a case. And now Jay-Z has officially filed a lawsuit against the VMA Bandit and the initial attorney. Let's get into this report, because Jay-Z saying he's not playing because these lies are very harmful. And he says he sensed that the VMA Bandit has a history of mental health problems along with other challenges, and as such, he wants her to remain as Jane Doe in order to protect her identity from the public. However, she needs to understand that these things are very dangerous, and he's asking the court to allow him to sue her as Jane Doe. No, this is pretty interesting. Let's get into this report. They're saying Jay-Z claims Jane Doe, who accused him of R-word in an explosive lawsuit, knew well no such thing ever happened, and now he's dragging her to court over it. The music and fashion mogul just filed a lawsuit against his anonymous R-word accuser and her attorney, Tony Buzbee. So guys, this is another lawsuit from Jay-Z to Tony Buzbee upon the defamation claim. Now, I see that many people tend to think that that lawsuit was thrown out by the court, wherein Jay-Z accused Buzbee of extortion and defamation. No. The only thing that was dismissed from that lawsuit was the extortion claim. The judge is saying the demand letter does not have a promissory note of extortion. So the extortion claim was dismissed in the lawsuit, but the defamation claim, wherein Jay-Z is suing Buzbee for $20 million, it continues, because the judge is saying there is in fact actions from Buzbee that gives malicious intent, and malicious intent is in fact defamation, because Buzbee specifically said on social media that he wouldn't have named the individual that VMA Bandit was suing until he has done his proper investigation. However, within 24 hours, someone said on Twitter that it was Jay-Z and Tony Buzbee was caught liking the post. And as such, that is why that lawsuit is continuing. And now here's another lawsuit. Now let's continue with this report. They're saying in the lawsuit obtained by TMZ, Jay claims his accuser kept pushing her false R-word story in the media and in the courts, despite allegedly admitting the assault story wasn't true. So what Jay-Z is claiming is that he's saying VMA Bandit told Tony Buzbee it wasn't true, but she kept pushing it herself. And not only did she keep pushing it, she kept going on with the interview that she did, saying that it happened. Now, the report further states he claims the Jane Doe told Buzbee he didn't assault her, and the lawyer pushed her to go forward with a false narrative of the assault by Mr. Carter in order to leverage a maximum payday. Because, as I was telling you guys, this information has long been revealed. As a matter of fact, this was revealed in the month of December, because there were a few attorneys that said they got wind that Buzbee was allegedly targeting Jay-Z because he claims, allegedly, Jay-Z has good money, and if Diddy is not settling, he's looking at other celebrities who will be willing to settle because they consider themselves to be too perfect in the public eye, and they're not going to want to have that, horrible image being portrayed of them in the media. This was revealed on TikTok by a few attorneys. Now, let's continue. They're saying Jay-Z says the whole thing was an evil conspiracy to get him to pay Buzbee a huge sum of money to keep the allegation quiet, even though Buzbee and the woman knew they were pushing lies. You know who said this also? Tasha K said this in December as well. Now, the report further states, as we reported, the woman dismissed her lawsuit last month with prejudice, meaning it can't be filed again. Jay say she ultimately admitted to his legal team that she was lying the whole time, and he claims Buzbee is still trying to extort him with false claims that Jay-Z's people have been harassing Jane Doe since she dropped the lawsuit. Hub is going after his accuser and her attorney for damages. The suit has been filed in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Alabama, and Jay is asking for the court to allow him to sue her as Jane Doe because he believes she has a history of mental illness and medical vulnerabilities, including instances of self-harm. Tony Buzbee tells TMZ this new case alleges the same claims as the other one they pieced together and filed in Los Angeles. Like the one in LA, this new case in Alabama also has no legal merit. Buzbee needs to stop with his mess. He's a twisted individual, and this is why social media is currently dragging his ass, because social media is saying that is all he keeps saying from the get-go. He has been saying this from last year, but irrespective of the fact that he's been saying this from last year, the cases that Jay-Z has filed against him, they are continuing. So if you guys remember also last year when I told you that the former prosecutor, right, who said if Buzbee had done his thorough, job, if Buzbee did a really good job of doing his legwork, then he would have realized that there were inconsistencies in the lawsuit. And Buzbee was like, everyone has a nose, and not because we all have a nose, it doesn't mean that we don't smell and all of that. And this is a behavior that Buzbee consistently pushes out there. He acts like a politician and one that cannot keep up with their promises, and one who has no actions behind his words. And as such, this is why he's gonna get sued, and more lawsuits are gonna be filed against him, because now even Sean Diddy Combs' legal team, they're saying that they're gonna sue Buzbee, and not just Buzbee, they're gonna sue these accusers as well. So Buzbee's gonna have a ton of lawsuits coming his way. Now, the report further states Sean Carter's investigators have repeatedly harassed, threatened, and harangued this poor woman for weeks, trying to intimidate her and make her recant her story. She hasn't and won't. Instead, she has stated repeatedly she stands by her claims. Buzbee is lying. Buzbee is lying. And this is why he's getting dragged. These same group of investigators have been caught on tape offering to pay people to sue me and my firm. After speaking with Jane Doe today, it's clear to me that the quotes attributed to her in the lawsuit are completely made up, or they spoke to someone who isn't Jane Doe. This is just another attempt to intimidate and bully this poor woman that we will deal with in due course. We won't be bullied or intimidated by frivolous cases. No, this is that's the end of it. That's just Buzbee putting on his PR stunts, because he's saying that they won't be bullied or intimidated. And as such, social media is like, Buzbee, shut up. We're tired of you. You need to stop with this complete BS. So some of the comments on social media that people have to say, they're saying, unpopular opinion, false allegations needs the same punishment as guilty people. Another person said, good, simple because it was Blue moment to shine during her role in Lion King, and the media chose to cover the effery. He looked so hurt he couldn't even celebrate his daughter big moment because of this. And that is true. We know jayz is no saint, but at the same time, having someone to lie on an individual, on this level, it is horrendous. It is horrific. It is horrible. And I definitely support jayz 110% in the fight back against this lawsuit. And I believe that Tony Buzbee could be manipulating this girl as well. Now, another comment from social media says he tried the wrong one and the wrong one at the same damn time. Another person said, and the biggest flex is he'll win and give the money to his daughter since this came during her big moment. That's true. That is so true. Another person was like, they tried to ruin that man's career and reputation. This makes it difficult for real victims to get justice. Another person says, take all her coins. We need example. So social media is definitely standing 10 toes down behind jayz on this one. The frivolous claims against people, they need to stop. Even the frivolous lawsuits against Diddy, they need to stop so that real victims can step forward and be confident in putting their claims forward. But guys, that's all I have to share in this video with you all. Let me know what's your take. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share, stay safe, and see you all in the comment section. Peace.